Hello friends, welcome back to Wow IAS. Welcome to the discussion on daily MCQ. Today is 16th of October 2021 and now we are going to discuss 5 MCQs based on the current affairs. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. But first let us discuss the question that was asked yesterday, and yesterday's question was with reference to the Indian freedom struggle. Usha Mehta is well known for A. Running the secret Congress radio in the wake of Quit India movement. B. Participating in the second roundtable conference. C. Leading a contingent of the Indian National Army. And D. Assisting in the formation of interim government under the leadership of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. And the correct answer is A. Running the secret Congress radio in the wake of Quit India movement. So this is the correct answer. So Usha Mehta is a famous personality, so we need to remember such famous personality names. Even this year there is a direct question in prelims based on the Quit India movement. Okay, so these kind of moments and these kind of famous personalities are very much important, right? Now let's move on. And guys, as you know, daily we upload 5 MCQs based on the current affairs. These MCQs will help in your preparation and they will ensure that you clear prelims and you prepare the current affairs for the prelims especially in a structured way. And these MCQs PDF will be available in our Telegram channel at free of cost. You can download it by the end of the day from our Telegram channel. The Telegram channel details are there in the description. Now let's first look at the question. The first question. Consider the following statements with respect to CRISP-M tool. First one. It helps to integrate climate information in the GIS based planning and implementation of the Mahatma Gandhi Narega, that is MG Narega. Second one, it was launched by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. We have to choose the correct option. A1 only, B2 only, C both 1 and 2 and D neither 1 or 2. So if you see this, both the statements, it's a GIS based tool for the planning and implementation of Narega. And the second one says it is launched by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So both of these things can't go hand in hand, because if there is an app that is specially for Narega, that is specially for Manrega, then it should not be launched by Minister of Environment, because Minister of Environment is nowhere concerned with Narega. It should be launched by the Ministry of Rural Development or Ministry of Science, something like that. So the correct answer here is A1 only. The second one is wrong because it was launched by Ministry of Rural Development. So recently the Union Ministry of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj jointly launched this Climate Resilience Information System and Planning, that is CRISP-M tool for the integration of climate information in geographic information system based watershed planning under the Narega, MG Narega. Okay, so that's why this is important, and this tool will be used in 7 states where the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, FCDO, the Government of UK and the Ministry of Panchayati Raj, Government of India, they are working towards this climate resilience thing. And the states are Bihar, Jharkhand, UP, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha and Rajasthan. Now let's look at the second question. And the second question is, consider the following statements related to Kunming Declaration on Biodiversity. First one, it is legally binding international agreement adopted on 15th COP to the UNCCD, that is to the United Nations Convention on Biological Diversity, that is UNCBD in the USA. Second one, the theme of declaration is ecological civilization, building a shared future for all life on earth. So we have to choose the correct option. A1 only, B2 only, C both 1 and 2 and D neither 1 nor 2. So if you see this Kunming Declaration, as the name suggests, Kunming Declaration, generally the name of the declaration will be based on the place where it was held. So Kunming, as the name suggests, it belongs somewhere to the Southeast Asia, and it does not belong to USA. So the first statement is wrong because it was not held in USA, it was held in China. It was held in China recently, so the first statement is wrong. But the second statement is right. So B2 only is the correct answer. So recently the Kunming Declaration was adopted by over 100 countries at the ongoing 15th Conference of Parties, that is 15th COP to UNCBD in China. It calls for urgent and integrated action to reflect biodiversity considerations in all the sectors of the global economy, but crucial issues like funding conservation in poorer countries and committing to biodiversity friendly supply chains have been left to discuss later. It is a non-binding international agreement. So even here, if you see, it is given, it is a legally binding in the first statement. So generally these declarations, they will not be legally binding. So this also you have to keep in mind. Most of the international agreements, they will not be legally binding. If there is anything that is legally binding, then just keep a close eye on only those things. Okay, but most of the international agreements are not legally binding. It calls upon the parties to mainstream biodiversity protection in decision making and recognize the importance of conservation in protecting human health. And the theme of declaration is ecological civilization, building a shared future for all life on earth. By adopting this, the nation have committed themselves to support the development, adoption and implementation of an effective post-2020 implementation a capacity building action plan for the Cartagena Protocol on biosafety. So this Cartagena Protocol is another important thing that we need to remember. Okay, so as per this declaration, the signatory nations will ensure that the post-pandemic recovery policies, programs and plans to contribute to the conservation and sustainable use of biodiversity, promoting sustainable and inclusive development will be there. And China pledged to inject about $233 million into a new fund to protect the biodiversity in developing countries. And this is also referred as the Kunming Biodiversity Fund by China. Okay, now let's look at the third question. The Kalakurchi wood painting recently received a GI tag. Belongs to which state? A. Karnataka, B. Tamil Nadu, C. Maharashtra and D. Assam. Kalakurchi. The correct answer is B. Tamil Nadu. So recently this was given a GI tag, so that's why it was in news. The Kalupar Kalamkari printing and the Kalakurchi wood painting recently received the GI tag. Kalakurchi wood carving is a unique method of wood carving which involves the use of decoration and design found in traditional styles by the artisans. The wood carving is actually one where the artists specialize in the carving objects related to the temple and furniture using traditional designs. And the location, if you see, the Kalakurchi wood carving are made mainly in Kalakurchi, the Chinnasalem and Torakavilur taluks in the Kalakurchi region. And the emergency, if you see, the skill of carving came to the light as a traditional art form in which the Madurai was an important city under the various royal empires in ancient times. Now let's look at the fourth question. In India, the Metropolitan Planning Committee, first statement, is constituted under the provision of the Constitution of India. Second one, prepares the draft development plans for the metropolitan area. Third one, has the sole responsibility for implementing government sponsored schemes in the metropolitan area. So we have to choose the correct option, A 1 and 2, B 2 only, C 1 and 3 and D 1, 2 and 3. So if you see, the first statement is right because it is constituted under the provisions of the Constitution of India, the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act, you can say. Okay. Second one, it prepares the draft development plan for metropolitan area. This is also right. But the third one, if you see, it has a sole responsibility for implementing government schemes. This is not right because no institution can have the sole responsibility for the implementation of schemes. So third statement is wrong, whereas first two are right. So A 1 and 2 is the correct answer. Okay. So Article 243 ZD of Part 9A of the Constitution, Part 11 of the Constitution provides for the establishment of this Metropolitan Planning Committee. Okay. So the Constitution mandates the formation of Metropolitan Planning Committees in all metropolitan areas with a million plus population. Metropolitan Planning Committee was formed in every metropolitan area to prepare this draft development plan for the metropolitan areas, and the MPC helps in draft planning and not in implementing of the government schemes. Okay. Now let's look at the fifth question. So it's a previous year CSE question of 2012. So this question is with regarding Brahmo Samaj, and the statements are given. First one, it opposed idolatry. Second one, it denied the need for priestly class for interpreting the religious texts. Third one, it popularized the doctrine of Vedas, doctrine that the Vedas are infallible. Okay, so we have to choose the correct option, A 1 only, B 1 and 2 only, C 3 only and D 1, 2 and 3. So if you see the first statement, this is right because Brahmo Samaj opposed the idolatry of the divine, of the god. Second one, it denied the need for priestly class for interpreting the religious texts. This is also right. But the third one, if you see, it is given that it popularized the doctrine that the Vedas are infallible. This is wrong because the Brahmo Samaj believed in Vedas, and also they never said that the Vedas are infallible. So the third statement is wrong. So B 1 and 2 are the correct answer. So this Brahmo Samaj, if you see, it was started at Calcutta on 20th of August 1828 by Raja Ram Mohan Roy. It was a monotheistic sect of Hinduism. The Brahmo Samaj had no faith in any scripture as an authority. It rejected incarnation. It was against the caste restriction and propounded a mix of West-East religious qualities. It denounced the polytheism and idolatry worship. It denied the need for the priestly class for the interpretation of Vedas. And if you see the Brahmo Samaj spread the religious treasure and teachings of the Vedas, but never claimed that the Vedas are infallible. Okay. Now let's look at the question of the day. And the question of the day is, the Congress ministries resigned in the 7 provinces in 1939 because A. Congress could not form ministries in other 4 provinces. B. Emergence of left wing in Congress that made working of ministries impossible. C. There were widespread communal disturbances in their provinces. And D. None of the above are correct. Do give your answer in the comment box, and tomorrow we will discuss this question. And guys, as you know, we provide the Vision summaries for Vision Monthly Magazine and Vision Mains Test Series. Do make the best use of these summaries and ensure that you prepare properly for your attempt. Okay, if you have any queries, you can get back to us via comments or via Telegram as well. So that's it guys from our side. I'll see you again tomorrow with 5 more MCQs. Till then, keep studying and stay tuned. Jai Hind.